What's up? What's up? Haha. What a couple of days, guys. What a couple of days. Man, just craziness. It's so wild because you go online and the world's ending, and then you walk outside and it's beautiful out. So, I don't know. I guess it depends on how you look at it, right? And yesterday was a crazy day. Insane volatility in stocks and crypto. And I know a lot of you guys are still learning, so I'm going to keep it clear what's happening and how do we deal with it, right? So the first thing before we get into it is you got to have some fun, right? So we always, you always hear like to the moon, right? With these investments. So I don't think that's what we mean when we yell it out to the moon, right? And then, here's another one I thought was funny I saw yesterday, right? All my friends who bought Bitcoin at 109K because I said it was a steal. But that's part of the game, guys. All right. None of this is financial advice. I say it all the time. Don't buy something because I said it. I'm trying to share with you the things I'm learning, give you the knowledge, and then you make your own decisions. I'll tell you what I'm doing, right? Here's another one I thought was funny too, right? Sell your Tesla, dump your stock, and then I love these base memes. I bought the dip and ordered a new Tesla. And then this last one I thought was funny too, right? Everybody's all excited. Thank God. And we got a 0.01% gain, right? All right. So that's what's happening, right? You got to just take a minute, right? Markets are volatile. There's a lot of change happening in the world. Two of my biggest positions totally like took a dump yesterday, right? And I don't even care. I'm sitting here smiling. If you ever see me nervous, that means something really bad is happening. All right. So yesterday, Tesla got all the way down to below 220. It was 262, I think, on Friday, right? Crypto, I mean, Bitcoin went from 86,000 on Sunday all the way down to 76, and it's like, what is it? Tariffs? It's a lot of different things, There's a lot of things happening in the world, but you got to have the right mindset, guys, right? And I've said this before and I say it all the time, right? Warren Buffett, there's a cliche that Warren Buffett said, right? Be greedy when others are fearful. And yesterday was a greedy day. And it's hard as hell to be greedy when everyone around you is just like, oh my God, the world is ending. Oh my God, oh my God. That's tough, right? But you got to stop for a minute and you got to think, right? What is your mindset? Why are you investing? And what is your plan? Because if you don't have a plan, you're going to get your butt kicked. And that's where a lot of people make mistakes. They don't have a plan. So they see these headlines, they panic, they dump their shares, they take a loss, they're mad. Oh my God, stupid Tesla, stupid Bitcoin, stupid S&P, whatever, right? I hate Trump, blah, blah, blah. It's his fault. Nah, man, like markets are volatile. That's how they go. They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down, So you got to just stop for a minute. And if you have a plan, like my plan, I got a 5-year plan. All right. I'm very focused on a small number of assets. I know everything about those investments, which is good practice, right? Whether you're investing in Johnson & Johnson, CVS, Tesla, Bitcoin, whatever it is, know everything about that investment that you're making. That's just prudent, right? Like you wouldn't buy a house without doing a home inspection and appraisal. Why would you go throw 50 grand into a stock? You don't know anything about it. So that's your first mistake. So make sure you know everything about your investments and you know your timeline and what the future holds, okay? And what you think, what your thesis is. You got to have a solid thesis. So we have a day like yesterday, okay? And here's Tesla. I'm a big Tesla guy and it's dumping all day. It was like one of the worst days ever. And I'll show you right here. Let's pull it up. One of the worst Tesla days ever, right? So, this is a tweet that I saw. Although not terrible if you're acquiring shares, right here. So the 6 largest daily drops, and there was yesterday, right here, right? March 10th, 2025, down 15% in a day, right? So what happens? I mean, it's not a good feeling. I'm not saying I'm excited when I look at my brokerage account and I see, wow, but I'm calm and I'm focused because I know that the drop is not something wrong with Tesla company, right? The drop is the macro stuff going on. There's tariffs. The whole economy is in flux. Everybody hates Elon right now, which is what they did when he bought Twitter. Seen this movie before. Worked out very well if you had the intestinal fortitude to buy the dip. And it's the same thing here. Nothing has changed about my thesis about the company. So all good. Now I look and I'm saying, well, man, like, is this an opportunity to be greedy when others are fearful? Everybody's scared. I'm like, man, I got some kind of capital I've been sitting on a little bit. I'm buying some Tesla, and I bought some Tesla yesterday. Thank you. I bought it on sale. Thank you very much. Because my 5-year plan, my strategy is I want to acquire a certain amount of Tesla shares over the next 5 years. And as long as nothing changes with the thesis, it's all good. And what's interesting is the price yesterday is the price they were at in 2020, right? Like we just went back in time 5 years. Now, since that time, they've gone up, they've gone down to 104, they've gone back up to 480. You know, they're volatile stock, right? But if you know and you do your research, and what's different about now in 2020? 2020, they had no Cybertruck. Model Y just came out. There was no FSD. There was no robotaxi, no AI, no Optimus bot, right? Mega factories getting built, all the energy business. So in my mind, on a day like yesterday, I'm calm, cool, and collected. I'm smiling. People are probably like, dude, are you crazy? No, man. Like, I know that this dip is nothing has changed about my thesis. Now, if something changes, like the FSD stops working and crashing, or like something, God forbid, happens to Elon, or, you know, the trucks just start exploding for no, like the whole investment thesis is gone, then yeah, you know, I got to take the L, sell, and move on to something else. But I haven't seen that yet. You know, and same thing with Bitcoin, right? Nothing changed about Bitcoin yesterday. They're volatile assets. I know what it is. I have the stomach for that. My thesis is intact. I'm rolling with it. Awesome opportunity yesterday. You know, so that, you know, that's important, right? You know, so when you have a plan and you understand your investments and you've done the research and you're confident in what you're doing, these opportunities like yesterday create an opportunity, right? That's it. You can be greedy when others are fearful. You can run in that burning building and have the fortitude because you know, hey, this is a sale and I know why this is happening. So it's very important, guys. All right. And then another strategy I've been doing lately is, like I said, one of my goals is to acquire a certain amount of Tesla shares, right? So that way, you know, over the next 5 years. So instead of just buying Tesla cash, I do some pair trading, right? So I have this other stock, MicroStrategy, which is a Bitcoin stock. I have Tesla stock, and I just watch the ratio between those two, right? So what the price is. So like I'll show you right here. So this is just a strategy that I have. So I could care less what the price does, right? So this is like a chart of MicroStrategy priced in Tesla, right? So when the chart gets up here, right, to, you know, when the chart is high at a certain ratio, I sell my MicroStrategy and I smash buy Tesla. I don't care what the prices are. I just care about the ratio. When it comes back down here, I sell my Tesla and I buy MicroStrategy. So what does that do? Okay. So say if there was a situation where I could sell 100 shares of Tesla and get 125 shares of MicroStrategy, right? So bam, I do that. And then I wait for the chart to flip. And then I sell that same 125 shares of MicroStrategy. And now that buys me 125 shares of Tesla. So I got 25 free shares of Tesla, and it didn't cost me, I didn't have to put any money in. I'm just trading between assets, right? So when I have that focus like that and that type of strategy, it doesn't matter what the price does. I could care less because I'm just watching two things that I believe in, and I'm willing to just move between them to build my bag. Because my long-term strategy is I know where Tesla is going, and I'm very confident in where Bitcoin is going and what that thesis is. And until that changes, I just want to acquire as much as possible. So when you have and that's my strategy. That may not be for everyone, right? Bitcoin and Solana. That's another pair I'm looking at trading, right? I want to get more Bitcoin. I like Solana. I have a lot of Solana. I want to move between them and just work with them. You know, so that's it. So when you have a strategy like that, the price doesn't matter, right? Because my goal is to acquire as many shares as I can to get to a certain number, right? And that's it. So this volatility is beautiful to me. So it's all on how you look at it, right? And if you look today, Tesla's already up, you know, 5.5% today. Bitcoin's up almost 6% right now. So it's such a volatile world. So don't panic sell. Make sure you have a plan. Stick to the script. You know what I mean? And if you do that, you're going to win. And on days like yesterday, when everyone's freaking out, you have this nice sense of calm. And you're like, hey, this is great. This is an opportunity for me. I'm jumping in, man. I'm running in that burning building and I'm taking what I want and I'm getting it on sale. And that's it. And it's all good. You know, and remember, right? Another thing too, you log into your 401k, you log into your stock account, to your crypto account, and it's not a good feeling when you see those big dips, right? I mean, it just is what it is psychologically. But you have to put things in perspective, right? Were you going to sell anything today? Did you need to sell those shares? You know what I mean? Like, unless you need, if you're that one guy that needed to sell that Tesla stock yesterday and you had 100 grand worth and now it's worth 85 grand, you're like, oh, all right, well, that could happen. That's the risk, right? But if your focus is 5, 10, I mean, if you're 40 and you're talking about an IRA, that's 20, 25 years from now before you can touch that money anyways. So what does it matter? It doesn't matter, right? Like now when your check hits this week and you buy more shares out of your check and the price is down, guess what? Future you will be very happy because that check bought a little bit more shares this week. And that's what you want. You want the shares. You want the equity to grow, right? The more shares you have, the faster it grows. If you got 10 shares and the price goes up $1, you made $10. If you got 100 shares and the price goes up $1, you made $100. So think about, it's just long-term outlook. Don't go day to day, right? And that's always been my thing here, right? Do enough things to avoid being poor, and as a byproduct, you'll get rich. But if you're trying to get rich quick, you're gonna get killed. You're gonna make bad decisions. You're gonna try to swing for the fences to make up for losses. You're gonna sell things when everybody's panicking and the whole world is falling apart, and your whole timeline is, oh my God, this. You're gonna sell, and then you're gonna book a loss, and then the next day it goes up 5%. You're like, so don't make those mistakes. Have a solid plan. Do your research on your investments, and you're going to win every time. You're going to love days like yesterday. Those are my favorite days. All right, guys. So I just wanted to give a little clarity, show you where my head's at. And, if you made any moves yesterday, comment below. I want to see what people were buying, what people were investing in, if anybody took advantage of the sale. And listen, guys, if you got scared and you sold off yesterday, that's part of the journey, guys, right? It's the cost of the education. I made a video recently about what I went through for my education in this, and those are the mistakes I made that I've learned from. You know what I mean? So I want you guys, share below. If you made a mistake or if you made a move yesterday, I'm curious to hear it, all right? But don't beat yourself up. If you panic sold, that's okay. Just learn from it and don't make the mistake again. You know what I mean? All right, guys, it's beautiful out. Enjoy it and enjoy the ride. See you later.